The best Golden Tee players in the world are descending upon Dallas, Texas for the Player of the Year tournament.
Well, let's hear from some of our top tournament players, starting, of course, with the indomitable two-time world champ, Andy Haas.
Andy Haas, ship it from Macedonia, Ohio. Player of the Year tournament is my favorite weekend of the year. Nothing but Golden Tee, always like my chances at that event. I've always run pretty well, so yeah, I'm absolutely looking forward to it. This year, done pretty well. Have one win, I think 2 other podiums, so Worlds was a little disappointing, but other than that, I can't complain. If I'm not going to pick myself to win Player of the Year, it's hard to pick against Paul Luna. He's just so consistent, so good. It's hard to pick against him. Well, what separates Player of the Year is it's such a grind because you're there all day. You're not finishing probably till after midnight, so you got to make sure you don't imbibe too much, before I've definitely got knocked out of that tournament because of that before. So it's just such a long weekend, but it's really fun, and I know everybody wants it, but I don't know, maybe just the way I think I might have a unique ability to see the right shot more often than not, and just to visualize what it would take to get a ball into the hole on a certain hole, and it doesn't happen every time, but with enough looks, just that small margin, that small edge might be enough. Absolutely, nerves play a factor, and I think that's one reason I've been successful is being able to harness those, because everybody gets nervous. You're playing for a lot of money, and you want to win, so being able to control the nerves is absolutely part of it.
Former world champion Evan Goset has been knocking at the tournament circuit door all year long, but is now his time for another championship?
My name is Evan Goset, and I am from St. Peters, Missouri, and I play under Meow Chopper. Well, I feel good going into the Player of the Year tournament. I feel like my game is right where it needs to be, and sometimes you just got to run good and have the right timing. Well, that was the year where I was, confidence was on an all-time high. Winning Player of the Year was crucial. That was big, even after winning Worlds. So, it's all about confidence. Just having the right, mind frame, and continuing that on to other multiple tournaments. So yeah. Well, I think a lot of that is, playing for a living and having the repetition, and I've been to so many tournaments throughout the years, so I think that has a lot to deal with it. Some of the new guys, they might not have, the confidence. I think the nerve factor, well, it's what I told you before, but I think nerves comes along with, if you don't care enough, you don't have nerves. A lot of the great, professional athletes have that same mentality. But if you're not a little bit nervous, you don't care enough. And just responding to that, is a huge factor in a lot of things. So
2022 world champion Paul Luna has never won this tournament, and many would consider him the favorite.
My name is Paul Luna. My in-game player tag is Luna, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I feel confident going into the Player of the Year tournament. My performance throughout this year has been mediocre to my standards because I really want to win every single event that I play. Well, Player of the Year is pretty much all of the best players throughout the year, so it's a little more prestigious to me, I guess. What separates me from other top players, I would say, is my composure and my ability to not let the nerves get to me as I'm playing.
2023 world champion Paul Taow is somebody who cannot be overlooked for this tournament.
Paul Taylor. I play as the House out of Wilmington, North Carolina. I've had a really good tour this year. I started off winning the first event on the tour, the Florida Open. Followed that up with a top 4 finish in Wisconsin. Then went on to a less than stellar finish in St. Louis, but made up for everything by taking down the World Championship. And then here in South Carolina, got another podium, got 4th place to some amazing talents. It's been a really good tour. I think I keep finding myself on the podium just by virtue of being a seasoned veteran. I've been in a lot of situations. I was just watching the 4th place purples match, and this guy went in up 2 and ended up stroke limiting 18. I've done the same thing before. I've been in every situation you can imagine. Nerves are almost always a factor, especially the first match of the day. It's just something I tell a lot of guys that are new to tournaments is you want to play the pro in the first round. That's when you're most likely to beat him. 2 or 3 matches in, if he gets a win or 2, then you have to elevate your game to beat him. You can't just get lucky. But for me, with the putting and chipping in particular, I've always struggled with. If I go in and I can chip in my first game, forget about it. That tournament's done, and I got it.
Ed Godfrey has made a resurgence on the national tour and looks to end the year on top.
Ed Godfrey, Eddie G, Georgetown, Texas. I think that going into the Player of the Year, I'm feeling pretty good. The last 2 tournaments I've done, I've had a couple of top 3s, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. So my performance this year is probably, it's small sample size. I went to 3 tournaments. 2 of them I did very well, and I plan on going to Dallas, and I'm looking forward to it. I've kind of recommitted my game, and I've been playing I don't know, I have to be right up there with the people that play the most right now. So I'm just kind of refocused. I'm all in, so I'm ready to start, doing more of these tournaments and seeing how it goes. I feel like the Player of the Year tournament is, kind of just like a lot of the other tournaments. I go, I want to win.
The gambler Ryan McCook is all in.
My name is Ryan McCook, the gambler. Play at a Fuquay Arena, North Carolina. I'm super excited about going to a Player of the Year tournament because it's in Dallas. I love Texas, and I just love Golden Tee, so it should be a great time. Came in today and kind of warmed up well and played some money games and ended up playing great today. Didn't miss any putts and just played consistent. So the Player of the Year tournament's fun because it's kind of like a free roll in a poker tournament, whereas we're not paying to get in. You kind of have to earn your way to get in, which is nice. And it's fun because you're playing with the people that have played basically the best throughout the year in each tournament. And you get to kind of showcase your skills and, hopefully you play well. One of my strong suits with Golden Tee is not only consistency, but just, and it's talked about a lot on the streams and everything else, is my lack of emotion. So I've grown up gambling and a lot of different things in life, and you never let emotion get involved in the way you're feeling or the way you're playing in anything. And I'm just focusing on exactly what I need to do, and that's what I did. The best thing that I can ever tell you about nerves is from Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods always was asked if he felt nervous in tournaments when he had huge leads or whatever it was, and he's like, I hope I have nerves, because if I don't, then that means I don't care about what I'm doing. And nerves are always always take a part in anything you're doing in a competitive manner, and controlling the nerves and dealing with them is how you can kind of succeed in these kind of circumstances. And it's just really important to truly believe in yourself and understand how to deal with the nerves. For each person's going to deal with it differently.
The stage is set. The stakes have been raised. Who will add the title of Player of the Year to their legacy.